Well, some interesting news coming out of Disney today. As you can see here, after massive stock losses, investor complaints, park revenue dying, blockbuster failures just left and right. Apparently, Bob Iger is finally paying attention. He's going to apparently pull Disney out of the culture wars, something they never should have been in the first place. But Disney, in all of their arrogance, decided, well, we can get involved and no one will care. Our content is so good that people will just become liberals or something. It's really stupid. They've lost a lot of money. See, the parks are finally being affected. And by the way, I don't believe any of this, but we're going to go over the report in a second. I don't believe any of this. I think this is all just speak to get the stock to go back up over 90, which isn't going to happen anytime soon. They just don't have any wins right now, and they're not going to have any for a while. But Disney's parks have finally been affected. And what makes that important is their parks are the majority of their income. They could have 7 blockbusters that made money in the theaters, and that'd be a good thing. But it's nothing compared to what those parks bring in. The content they make is specifically made really to make their brand strong. Because the whole point of their parks is to be immersed in Disney magic. I don't know if this is still a thing, but there used to be a no-fly zone over Disney. I don't know if that's still there or not. That's why I'm saying that. It probably is, but I just want to be sure and say I'm not clear if that's still a thing. But it used to be if it isn't. And the reason that it had a no-fly zone over it is because they didn't want the immersion of being in Disney and being surrounded by Disney shit to be broken by a plane flying over. You are at the Magic Kingdom. No one cares anymore because they've diluted and destroyed most of their brands, and it's finally going back to the park. What's the point of going to the park if no one gives a shit about the brands attached to it? No one cares about Mickey Mouse. I haven't done anything with him in 20 years. So that's what's going on with that. So apparently Bob Iger is saying that he's done with the noise. Disney CEO says company will quiet the noise in culture wars, according to analyst note. And I'm saying press X to doubt. Disney is all in on liberal stuff. It's not going to change. Bob Chapek is his scapegoat, but Bob Iger is the architect of all of the problems that Disney has right now. 100%. This is all on Bob Iger. I highly doubt the man who pushed them down this path is going to change because Bob is still contemplating a political run, I would imagine. One of the theories out there on why the company has been pushed so left is because he was planning to run for president under the Democratic banner or the Democrat banner. And then he could have said, well, look what I did with my company. I pushed them this way and they were successful. We can do this. So let's take a look at this. Walt Disney CEO Bob Iger told investors the company will quiet the noise in a culture war that has pitted social conservatives against them, according to an analyst note on Wednesday. Iger's brief statement, included in an analyst report from Needham media analyst Lauren Martin, was part of an investor's presentation on Tuesday at Walt Disney World Resort in Orlando, Florida, in which the CEO also announced Disney will double its investment in theme parks and cruise ships over the next decade. He had like $60 billion, which is a lot of money. However, what does it matter if their brand isn't strong? They need their brand strong. It shouldn't be dividing people. But they want to they're committed to this. This is why I don't believe them. This is why I don't believe them. And this comes after all kinds of money going down the drain with them. And I don't believe that they're going to back down. Press X to doubt. Press X to doubt. There's just no way. I think it's a bunch of noise. I think this is a desperate attempt to try to turn the tide. Like they're struggling to keep their stock over $80 now. Over $80. It's embarrassing for them. They've been over 100 for a long time. Now it's almost in the 70s, which is a joke. But they did it to themselves. So I don't believe this for a second. Disney will not be going back to the middle where they belong. A company should always stay on the fence. Never step their toes into this shit. And they went headfirst into it. So much so that they're in a lawsuit with the state of Florida. But they're going to quiet the noise. Yeah, right. Sure. I don't believe you for a second. Anyway, what are your thoughts on all this? How do you feel about this? Do you think that they're going to finally just stay out of this shit like they should have in the first place? Let me know your thoughts. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed. Hit that notification bell. Check out my Rumble and Locals. And I will see you on the next one. Peace. Make sure to check out my Locals. There's a link in the description. It's a fun community that I'm trying to build over here. If you don't want to support me on YouTube, you can come over here. None of that money goes to YouTube. You also can just come over here for free. But if you are a supporter over here, I do plan on doing an extra live stream once a month and throwing links to the supporters so you can actually come on and have a supporter live stream with me. Also, it's a good place to catch all of my content. You don't have to worry about notifications like YouTube. They'll definitely work over here. So come check out my Locals.